You've probably seen them without even realizing it. Profiles that look human, feel real, and yet something about them doesn't quite add up. No behind the scenes, no real world presence, and still thousands of followers, massive engagement, and in some cases, serious income. So what's actually going on here? How are these digital personalities being created so convincingly that most people can't even tell the difference anymore? And more importantly, why are some creators quietly building entire online businesses around them? In this video, you're not just watching a tutorial, you're stepping into a system that's already working behind the scenes. And by the end, you'll understand exactly how it all comes together. Now, in this video, you're going to go through a complete step-by-step process on how to build AI influencers from scratch. People are already generating tens of thousands of dollars every single month using animated AI personalities similar to what you're seeing on the screen right now. The tool being used here is OpenArt, and alongside FanView, they're currently running a major competition with a total prize pool reaching up to $90,000. There are 38 winning spots available, and prizes are being distributed every single week. With only a limited time remaining, this is the perfect moment to understand the process from start to finish. So, without wasting any time, let's jump straight into it. The first thing you want to do is head over to the image section. From here, you'll notice that you have multiple options available. You can directly create a video, build a storyboard, or even design a character instantly. However, instead of jumping ahead, the goal here is to construct your influencer from the ground up. So go ahead and select Create Image. Once you are inside, the very first step is choosing the right model. OpenArt provides a wide range of models, each designed for different types of outputs. You can even check their descriptions to understand what each model performs best at. For this process, the preferred choice is Nana Banana Pro. At the moment, it delivers the most refined and high-quality results. There is also Nana Banana 2, which focuses more on speed with faster image generation, but that usually comes at the cost of quality. So, sticking with Nana Banana Pro is the better decision here. Next, you'll see an option to describe your image. This doesn't need to be overly technical or structured like a strict prompt. You can simply outline your idea in a natural way, but it's still important to have a clear vision of what you want. For now, this step can be skipped to focus on the core workflow. Moving forward, you'll find the option to add visual references. This is where things become more powerful. You can upload images that you plan to use later for consistency when building your influencer. Another option available here is creating your own worlds, which essentially allows you to save presets. For example, you could upload a specific background that you want to reuse across multiple generations. While this feature is extremely useful, it's not necessary at this stage, so it can be left empty for now. At this point, you'll move on to writing your prompt. Once that's done, you can select your output format and resolution. If your goal is to create a YouTube host-style influencer, a 16:9 format works best. For platforms like Instagram, you can switch to 9:16 or even 4:3, depending on your needs. You also have the option to adjust the resolution, whether that's 1K, 2K, or 4K. But keeping the default settings is perfectly fine for now. You'll also notice the option to choose how many images you want to generate. Keep in mind that generating more images will consume more credits, so it's important to balance quality with usage. Once everything is set, you can go ahead and click on Generate. As the images start processing, it's important to understand how the prompt is structured. For example, describing a stunning brunette woman defines the subject and appearance. Adding a soft natural makeup refines the facial details, while casual streetwear outfit controls the clothing. Then, something like warm golden hour lighting sets the overall mood and lighting conditions. Each part of the prompt serves a specific purpose and nothing is random. Another important detail is keeping the background simple, like a plain beige setting. This makes it much easier to reuse the image later without confusing the AI when generating new variations. Once the results are ready, you can review them and select the one that best fits your vision. If an image includes unnecessary elements or distractions, it's better to skip it and choose a cleaner version. From here, the selected image becomes your base. This is the foundation that will be used in the next steps to create multiple variations and build a consistent AI influencer. Once you've selected your base image, the next step is to build consistency, and this is where most people either get it right or completely mess it up. A single image isn't enough if your goal is to create a believable AI influencer. What you need is variation without losing identity. So, instead of starting from scratch again, stay in the same interface and click on Add Visual Reference. Then go to your generated images and select the character you just created. Since this image already exists in your history, it should appear instantly. Once selected, make sure you're still using the Nana Banana Pro model. Even if you used a different model earlier, this one performs significantly better when it comes to referencing and maintaining consistency. Now, the objective here is simple. Generate multiple variations of the same character. You don't need complicated prompts for this. Small directional changes are enough. For example, you can generate the same person looking to the right, then to the left, slightly upwards, or even turned backwards. You can also experiment with subtle expressions like a soft smile or different hand positions. The key idea is to keep the identity identical while slightly changing posture and perspective. By doing this, you're essentially feeding the AI more data about your character, and that data is crucial for the next stage. Once you have around 5 to 7 solid variations, you're ready to create what's called a character preset, often referred to as lore. Think of this as building a digital identity that the AI can recognize and recreate consistently. To do this, head over to the Characters and Worlds section. From there, select the option to create a character starting from an image. First, give your character a name. This can be anything. Then, choose the best variations from your generated images. It's important to pick images that clearly represent different angles or expressions, as this helps the AI understand the character more accurately. After selecting your images, go ahead and create the character. Within a few moments, the system will process everything and generate your custom model. At this point, you're no longer working with random outputs. You now have a structured, reusable AI character. From here, you can immediately start using it. Go back to the image creation section, open visual references again, and you'll now see your character available there. Select it, and the AI will instantly recognize the identity. Now comes the interesting part. Instead of describing a random person, you can directly reference your character by name. For example, you can place your character in completely different environments, like standing in a kitchen, holding a smoothie, walking in a park, or interacting with objects. The AI will maintain facial consistency, which is what makes everything look realistic and cohesive. Once your new images are generated, you might notice slight softness or lack of sharpness. Before doing anything else, always upscale your images. Use the upscale feature, switch to precise mode, and increase the quality to ultra. This step alone creates a noticeable improvement and makes your content look far more polished. After upscaling, you have two options. You can either use the image as it is, perfect for platforms like Instagram, or take it a step further and turn it into a video. To do that, head over to the Frame to Video feature. Upload your upscaled image as the starting frame, then choose your model. For smoother and more natural motion, models like Kling 3.0 tend to perform very well. Set your resolution to 1080p for a crisp output. Adjust the duration depending on your needs and decide whether you want audio included. Then comes the animation prompt. Keep it simple and intentional. Describe the movement clearly. For example, raising a glass, taking a sip, or turning slightly with a soft expression. The AI is capable of understanding visual context, so you don't need to overcomplicate it. Once generated, you'll have short, realistic video clips that can easily pass as real content to someone unfamiliar with AI. And that's exactly where the opportunity lies. You can create multiple scenes, change outfits, switch environments, and still maintain the same character identity across all of them. At this point, you're no longer experimenting. You're building a system. And if you followed everything carefully, you've probably already realized this isn't just about creating visuals. It's about creating something scalable. So here's what you should do next. Don't just watch this and move on. Take one concept from this video and actually apply it. Build your first character, test a few variations, and see how far you can push it. Because the difference between people who watch and people who execute is everything. And if this breakdown helped you see things differently, then you already know what to do. Drop a like so this reaches more people. Share it with someone who's been curious about AI but hasn't taken action yet. And subscribe, because the next videos are going even deeper into strategies most people still haven't figured out.